the leader of El Salvador, is also of Palestinian descent. There is a major Arab diaspora and a Palestinian diaspora in Latin American countries. Yes, Nayib Bukele is also of Palestinian descent. I don't like bringing up this fact because he is dog shit, so I try to avoid mentioning that. But yes, Nayib Bukele is of Palestinian descent as well. El Salvador is doing better than ever. No, totally. I know. We should do concentration camps in every Latin American country. Thank you. I love the people who are in this community who are pro Nayib Bukele is awesome. That's so funny. No, it's not a joke. There are a lot of fucking brain broken Salvadorans, both in diaspora and even in El Salvador. There's a lot of people who think he's doing awesome. Nor, my rewind is gone. How do I get it back? Great question, Kev Gui. All you need to do is actually subscribe. If you subscribe to the Piker Broadcasting Service, you can take advantage of the rewind function. Yeah, my entire family are immigrants from El Salvador, and I agree Bukele is dog shit. Like, MS-13 is a horrifying criminal enterprise, okay? Absolutely unacceptable, horrifying, except the solution to MS-13... The solution to MS-13 is not to basically make the government a different version of MS-13, sometimes directly collaborating with MS-13. For example, Nayib Bukele also extracted some MS-13 prisoners from the United States of America in exchange for the CCOT immigration structure that they designed. And the speculation at the time was that he got those MS-13 prisoners back to El Salvador because he didn't want them to openly revealed that he was collaborating with MS-13. Because if Mr. I'm against MS-13 was found out to have been collaborating with MS-13, I feel like that would have some shockwaves even in the diaspora. But yes, there are a lot of right-wing Latinos who love Bukele and think he's doing awesome. Part of that is because they are so fatigued and so terrified of living under different versions of the same kind of narco state structure. So they're just like, enough is enough. Kill them all. Who gives a shit? Not realizing that level of unrestrained violence in the hands of the state is going to end up hurting you as well. I am not against apprehending criminals. I am, however, in favor of abiding by due process and making sure that there is a real, normal legal structure. Otherwise, the state turns into a gang, a much more powerful gang than even MS-13 ever could be. It's mostly because people don't see more than the first layers. They see less gang and nothing else matters. There have been examples of the authoritarian military being dicks on camera. Yeah. You're way too charitable sometimes, man. What do you mean? Yeah, Salvadoran here, Nayib only replaced gangs with police force. 3% of the population are under arrest. There's no official data, but the estimates is 6 out of 10 people in jail are innocent. Yeah, and we know that is a likely percentage, even though we will never have like full confirmation of that. But the reason why we know that is a likely percentage is because they literally do black bagging. Like random fucking shopkeepers, if they live in a neighborhood where there's like MS-13 gang members in a country that was basically run by MS-13. So obviously everyone is going to have some level of fucking direct or indirect involvement with MS-13, even if they are fucking totally innocent. But they do dragnets and they black bag people and they literally put them in front of a judge that is wearing a balaclava. Okay, a judge that's like hiding their identity will do 200 convictions at a time. How can you call that justice? That is fucking insane. Nayib Bukele is for sure far right, but if he holds a 90+% approval rating among citizenry, which is only possible by having a high approval rating among even left-wing Salvadorians, who are you to castigate him? Honest question, murder rates have dropped 98% in El Salvador. Yeah, murder rates have dropped 98% in El Salvador because one, there is not a, first of all, Bukele's administration also controls the distribution of that information, so we don't even know if the murder rates have actually dropped by 98%. There is real serious skepticism around the numbers themselves. There's a lot of disappearances, for example, and then they just don't get put down as murders. There's also a lot of collaboration between Bukele and MS-13 in general, and outside of that, yeah, of course, you can drop if you arrest everyone, You can drop the fucking the murder rates down to 0%. What do you mean? Okay, but you arrested everybody. Everybody's now in prison. Is that success? I don't think so. Like, put everyone in prison and make them prove their innocence. Yeah, I mean, that's basically Salvador in here. I've said it before. My aunt almost went to jail for treating gang members. She's literally a nurse. The only reason why she was left off the hook was because my family's entire village came out for her and told the judge she's just a nurse and all the good she's done. Yeah, they mark most homicides as disappearances, which is why homicides have dropped while disappearances have skyrocketed. There's that. And then also on top of that, they've arrested a significant percentage of the population. If you have any connection whatsoever, like the nurse story, the anecdote that chatter just told, or shopkeepers, like there are storefronts, there are just like people selling shit on the side of the road. Some of those guys are forced at gunpoint to collaborate with, to pay for protection with like a local MS-13 affiliate, right? If you're arresting the fucking shopkeeper who is a victim, you've now doubly victimized that person. And also, there is no, like, if the government itself has turned into a gang in and of itself, then what are you supposed to do? You're fucked. You have nothing. You can't do anything. So yes, people who are not under the scrutiny of the government are going to be happy because they're like, well, at least crime is down. But that is the reason why I find myself comfortable castigating the otherwise very popular Nayib Bukele. There's been the same, historically, the same old pattern of security, authoritative regimes where disappearances are commonplace, Chile, Argentina, Dominican Republic, etc. Yes. One of my very first chat messages was about this very topic regarding my family. I actually have a little update to that. A couple months ago, I asked my dad for his true thoughts about Trump. He said he doesn't like what he's doing right now, and despite him probably being pro-Bukele and still quite conservative, I actually explained to him socialist thoughts, and he was familiar and even agreed with it. I just wanted to say that. Yeah, also, if you want to fucking sell your dad on socialism, just talk about what Bukele did before he became the leader of El Salvador. Because Nayib Bukele was actually a very promising politician in El Salvador. Unironically, he was working on rehabilitation initiatives. Like, he literally was a woke guy. Okay, Nayib Bukele back in the day, if you look back, you can probably find some of my videos talking about Nayib Bukele as a promising politician in El Salvador when he was unironically left-wing. He was a young guy of Palestinian background and was trying to solve like the underlying material inequities in which crime manifests, all this stuff before he went full fucking cryptocurrency grifter, an evil villain dictator. He got hit with the Fetterman ray. Yeah, no, he pulled a Mussolini, I guess. Well, Mussolini was never, like Mussolini never actually was a politician that was in any way, shape, or form socialist. He was a journalist, a newspaper guy. Yeah, here's the socialist king, Nayib Bukele. Well, you have this exact same image with Donald Trump as well, to be fair. I don't know why people have opinions on something when they don't know. Not you talking about some of the chatters. I don't know much about this, so I just taken the information. Yeah, now he just runs around calling himself a dictator. No, but Donald Trump, 2016. There's an image identical to this with Donald Trump in 2016 holding up a LGBT for Trump flag.